What's up?
Welcome to the world of cancellation culture, my
Oh
friend.
fuck, we're gonna talk about this crap
I
today.
told you we I,
Uh,
I told you I predict things and we
you
were gonna
said
do.
either Easter
What do
or
you want to
April
do?
Fools.
Is this can be our Easter episode? What about Easter do you think is gonna be canceled?
Either way, we're getting onto the cancel culture shit, eh?
Have you ever eaten one of those shitty robin egg Easter candies? It tastes like you're eating a baby bird. That's horrible.
Robin, what?
There's a robin eggs, the little chocolate covered robin egg things. They
No, and it
taste like
has
you're
like the yellow shit inside and the yellow and the white stuff. It's like,
It's like a hard eggshell and you bite into it and then it's like chocolate on the
yeah.
inside, but it tastes like you're eating a baby fucking
Oh,
bird.
those ones. Yeah. I've had those. Those are delicious.
It's horrible. You probably
What do you
like
mean it's
eating
horrible?
small birds.
That's fine. I eat birds when, like cooked, prepped. What's the big deal? It's just chocolate. It's not like you're eating an actual bird. What's that face about?
It's like that. It tastes like that on the tip of my tongue. Like when a cat's tongue tastes like sandpaper, that's what it's like eating one of those eggs. Think about it. Look, I
So is
know
that what's getting canceled next because we're eating little tiny birds?
a lot of stuff
Maybe.
gets. See, you posted something about freedom of speech, and I want to tell you freedom of speech is from the law. Getting
Okay.
canceled is from the people. Now, here's the funny
Okay.
thing is, I want to bet with that one guy we talked about. He's going to eat a hat and some clam chowder on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but it goes down to it's really easy to cancel something that's not really happening anymore, like a cartoon character, rather
Yeah.
than canceling a person because then you're saying that person's never going to work again. So, like for Johnny Bravo, for instance, people are like, how did this slide? He sits on a girl's
Mhm,
couch, and then the girl
mhm.
turns the couch into one of those sex dungeon tables.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't be able to fly on a kid's show today. But
Are you kidding? Have you seen like Family Guy or American Dad?
okay, is Family Guy a kid's show?
It has no that has no bearing because it's a cartoon and kids still watch it.
Yeah, kids are supposed to watch it on an Adult
They're
Swim.
not supposed to, but this all goes back to where how parents are supposed to limit what their children's are taking in. I think
But
it ultimately,
do you think about the parents that work all day and don't have control of their kid that is being at home watching TV?
or being on the internet.
That's why Family Guy doesn't have any lawsuits against them because if your kid's watching the show, that's on them. It's on you. It's not on them. The issue is when you create a character like Speedy Gonzalez and that's
Mm-hmm.
making fun of a stereotype. But the issue is like the reason why they were even canceled is nobody's doing those fucking cartoons today. They were like, we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like this
yeah.
character. And they're like, fucking fine. We don't plan on bringing them
All
back
right, we don't like
anyway.
it either. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it.
So
Here, throw it to the lions.
now here's the
I
issue
get it.
though, is that now people are trying to do a bunch of stuff and it's getting a little bit too insane. Where now we're seeing, like I sent you that episode, you're seeing a pushback of cancel culture. Like people are
Uh-huh.
getting to the point. I predict it's gonna happen. People are gonna get fed up with it. But you made artwork about a bunch of these characters, these wonderful characters,
Yeah,
flicking
yeah,
everybody off, and you didn't
yeah.
get the credit for it. And that is so
Zero.
fucking horrible in my eyes.
Ah, it's okay. You know what? The message is getting out there. Yay for the message. Yay.
You're that guy that falls on his own sword. I'm like, bro, I would want the credit. Like I would want everyone to know that that was me creating that shit.
Okay, okay, when I first found out about it, yeah, I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty pissed. But think about it. It got like what? At that point, it was at like 186,000 views or some bullshit like that, and 7,000 likes or read shares or whatever the fuck it was. It was insane numbers, okay? And like that was just after like 5 days that it had been posted. What are you gonna do? What can you do? Go to 186,000 people that you don't even know who liked it and say, I did this. I mean, my sister went as far as to be like she posted a few times, Adam Coyle did this, you can see his stuff over here, blah blah blah, and that was very nice of her. And I even like was like, okay, well, I went to the original poster and be like, can you give me a little credit for that? Because I did it. but I never heard back from him. But like I said, it's gone. It's out in the ether. You know what I mean?
But do you
What
notice
are you
that
gonna do
number?
about it?
You notice that number is going to grow bigger of the people that shared it and liked it because of the fact of how people are starting to get fed up with cancel culture.
Yeah, totally. And good.
They should cancel the Kool-Aid Man.
Are are we doing this?
Oh
Are
yeah.
Are predictions who's gonna get canceled?
What do you think is going to
Oh,
get? I could tell you one thing I know for a certain is going to happen in the next year or so. I think
that
the
thing with
house.
Captain Underpants, I wouldn't even think of.
What happened with Captain Underpants?
I sent you the link. You didn't look into it, did you? It's the latest
The
thing.
guy retracted his books
He retracted his books, one book in
for
particular,
what?
and it had something to do with
Naked man?
no, passive racism towards the Asian culture. And I can't remember what the character's name, Ook and Glook or something like that. And they were cavemen or kung fu cavemen from the future. That's the title of the book. And they got canceled. Well, no, the guy retracted it. Like Scholastic was like, okay, this is pretty racist, so we should like we're not gonna put it on the shelves anymore. And the writer was like, yeah, okay, that seems fair, right?
I want to cancel Magic Treehouse.
Why Magic Treehouse?
You remember those books?
I've never watched that or seen or read it,
It's a
whatever
book.
it is.
It's like Magic Clubhouse with a bunch of. It's a brother and sister that jump into books and go into parallel dimensions and all that type of stuff. I want to cancel it because it's just incentivizing kids to take drugs and read books.
Oh,
You're
yeah?
jumping into a fucking book and you're going to
let's do
fight a
that.
kraken. That's bullshit. That's incentivizing kids to take opioids.
Opioid.
Think it through.
Yeah.
One thing I am predicting though is that the housing market is going to crash in the next year.
Yeah, probably. It's a fucking huge bubble, especially in Toronto.
I've been saying it
Oh
for a
my
while.
God, there's houses that are going for
I'm also
there was one
predicting
house that went over like 400,000, bro. A
also
house was listed at 1.6
that's a lot.
and 1.6 two-door garage, and I think it was like 1,500 square feet. Okay, it's in the city. It was listed at 1.6. It went for 2.2.
Jesus.
2.2. People are putting such a high value on these fucking properties for nothing.
Where's your predictions
Some
at?
of
I
them are
got one
just
for you.
absolute shitholes.
I got a
What?
prediction for you. Ready?
Oh, like the fucking banks are going to be retaining a lot of houses soon.
Mr.
If
Rogers
it
is going to find out. Someone's going to find out a secret.
What? That he's a pedo?
Yes. Pee-wee got caught in the theater. At least he was honest about his shit.
What? Say that one more
I
time.
said Pee-wee got caught in the theater. At least he was honest about his shit.
He was honest about it. Yeah, no kidding. But that's because he got caught.
Yeah.
See,
so what?
He wasn't nothing's ever illegal until you get caught.
He didn't even bother putting on the glasses with the mustache. He went in there full Pee-wee, suit and all.
Straight up full Pee-wee.
Every time he stepped, his shoes made the click noise or whatever it is.
Oh, poor Pee-wee. But at least now he's a working actor.
Pee-wee, what are you doing?
That's okay.
I'm just jerking my chicken. Whatever his freaking laugh is. What would you predict would be it's a cancellation Easter episode. A giant bunny dropping chocolate eggs. You're incentivizing kids to eat a rabbit's feces because it's pretended to be chocolate.
I don't know, man. Like fucking like American Dad and Family Guy are like so offside that they probably should be canceled.
They've been canceled 4 or 5 times. Even in Family Guy, they make fun of it. They go, Fox canceled us. They canceled Futurama too. Fox like canceled a bunch of shows. I just watched an episode of Futurama where they say, guys, we're back online. And it was about being canceled, but they weren't saying that they were canceled. They go, they tried to take us down, but we're up for delivery. again. And then
Oh,
they were like,
again.
all because of that, there was an accident at the box company and it was the same lettering as Fox, but it said box. And it was all the guys in the place going, boy, do, what's this grenade? And then one dude pulls a grenade and it blows up the whole office. And then they go, sad thing that happened at the stupid ass box company. And then they just,
Uh-huh.
American Dad, or not American Dad, Family Guy has done that multiple times as well too. They go, well, some
Yeah.
places like Fox, is this good enough for you? Is this good enough for you? No. Well, you know what? We're going to a different network. What do they want? They want dumb trailers, and they just show them dumb trailers for like the whole entire episode of Family Guy. I'm like, I like that because it's a bunch of
Because they,
creators that are trying to have fun with it, and a network saying,
yeah.
well, we're going to lose viewership, and it's like CNN
Oh, well.
reports on things that make it clickbait so they get views, even if it pisses somebody off. Why do you give a shit about showing a certain show in fear that someone's not going to watch it? Because, like, I get it. Canceling Elmer Fudd. I understand that. He's a little bit too much of a white stereotype. But
So,
people go farther than
hey,
that.
hey, I have no problem with that.
But look,
Yosemite Sam, all day. No
instead
problem.
of canceling those types of things, they started canceling Speedy Gonzalez. They started canceling a bunch of the Frog, for instance. You're canceling some of the characters that represent themselves, but they're the only ones that represent that thing. Like canceling Apu off The Simpsons. You just canceled the only Indian person that's involved on
That was
Simpsons.
ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Well, now there's none of that in there now. And
Exactly.
it's like,
There's no Indian people on TV. Well, no, not on TV. Indian mainstream Indian cartoon characters.
when you cancel things, like a lot of it that's being canceled as, and this is going to be stereotypical for a lot of people, but if you cancel a lot of things that you're saying are offensive, even though a lot of them are just not really a representation of the thing, but just representation of like stereotypes you probably should laugh at sometimes, but you're making it an all white network where I'm like looking at it, I'm like, you're canceling the only black people.
Because everybody's now afraid to touch anything outside of white. No, seriously.
Well, no, listen to this. Eddie Murphy, when he made Coming to America 2.
Yeah.
In the original Coming to America, he was told by network executives that he had to have at least one white person in there. One white person.
Oh yeah, that was what, Louis Anderson.
Yeah, he had to be one of the guys in the barbershop.
No. Louis Anderson, the guy that worked at McDowell's.
Oh,
Remember the lettuce guy?
Yeah.
There's a white person.
He was told that he had to put at least one white person in the script. And I'm like,
okay.
Everyone's
Which
mad
guy
at
at the
that.
barbershop was white?
Well, hold on, skip over that. Everyone was mad at that fact that you have to add a white person in there because they're already involved into so much. I'm like, when you start splitting apart different races and saying this needs to have this, like people didn't want Space Force to come back because they said there wasn't enough Asian people involved in it. I'm like, you're watching it for fucking Steve Carell. That's what you're watching it for. Nobody would have clicked Space Force if Steve Carell wasn't the front fucking cover of it because you think it's going to be like The Office.
And even then, it wasn't that great.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I like the Green Lantern.
It was okay. I've already forgotten about it.
When can we start canceling egg whites? Because it has egg whites in the name.
Why not? Go for it.
I'm down for that. What about lollipops?
What about lollipops?
Tootsie Rolls. Why do they got to look like poops? Think it through.
Why does that offend you?
Why are they saying peeps? What is that? Some type of slang?
No, because they peep. They go beep 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 beep.
I don't believe that to be true. I believe that's a lie. I believe that's a conspiracy.
That's everything's a fucking conspiracy.
What do you believe, Adam? What do you think in this world? Do you have? Come on, you gotta have some.
You know what? I can't say what I believe because it's fucked up.
Why?
Like it is so out there.
Nobody's gonna yell at you. You got jams in a back shed. That's all. You're just a man making jams.
Just a man making jams. I don't know. I think. Okay, honestly, I was gonna sound fucked up. I think we're gonna end up in a world war. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I honestly think so. Grim. I know, right? And I don't want to say that on Out of the Blank because Out of the Blank is supposed to be really.
Don't even associate my name with World War.
Oh, there you go. But you asked me what I believe, and like, conspiracies. There's I think way too many conspiracies.
Do you think it's just going to hit like a technology war? Like, I feel like it's going to be a Cold War if it's going to be a war, like a war fought with like, we're not going to give you these resources anymore.
Right. Well, there's already a Cold War going on, for sure,
Well, if
between
you're,
China and the States, for sure, and Canada's involved with it somehow. I don't know how it is, but it is. I get that sense.
I
And
don't know what you're talking about.
about a,
About
I think our prime minister is getting a little too friendly around the world,
I
and
think
so
it's very hard to please everyone. And I think that even boils down with creating stuff too. But like, I have empathy for people that are your age that are seeing a lot of people like get canceled, especially when it comes to cartoons. Why can't we cancel people? Army Hammer, for instance, the bet I won, the guy said Army Hammer's not like he's never going to work again just because he wants to eat his girlfriend's ribs. And I'm like, now he's being charged with sexual allegations where no one wants to work with him again. And I'm like, fucking, the dude tried to eat somebody's ribs. His company that his grandfather started was Arm and Hammer. And in the title
yeah,
says purity on it. I'm like, how fucking pure is that to be honest about eating somebody's ribs?
yeah, no, he should see like that's a criminal act. That's a different story altogether. Yes, so he should be canceled. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like okay, like I enjoyed Zorro. It was a good movie. Was it Zorro? No. What was that
Zohan?
movie he was in? No, no, not Zorro. I'm sorry.
Nobody even talks about that. And
It was.
Zohan, Dave Matthews was a racist redneck.
Is he?
Yeah. He's the enemy guy that tried to blow up. I hate you.
Oh, that was in Zohan. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna blow up these puppies because I hate these puppies. Like nobody even talks
Yeah, but
about
it's a
that.
bunch of white guys writing that shit, so it's not a big deal, right?
But everything that they cracked jokes on was so stereotypical. Like nobody acts like that, but it was all the stereotypical jokes and stuff. And nobody, that movie slipped under the radar, just like Tropic Thunder using blackface.
That Tropic Thunder was a great movie. Such a good movie.
Like the reason why you're laughing at these things is it's meant to make you laugh. It's not meant to be hate speech.
It's meant to be a joke. There's no. That's all it is. Well, okay. You know what? It boils down to the end of comedy. And
They're
I think I
canceling
see
Tom and Jerry.
what?
Yeah.
They just came out with a movie of Tom and Jerry.
No, they're
I mean,
not.
canceling Tom and Jerry.
They're not doing it anymore.
Bullshit.
No, they're not. It's apparently something about like it's promoting violence against certain races on crimes.
Excuse me? How
I'm telling
so?
you, man.
It's a fucking cat and a fucking mouse.
What color is that cat and what color is that mouse?
Fucking cat is like gray. And the mouse is brown. What's the problem?
Gray on brown crime.
Gray.
You can make it. Anybody can sway the argument.
Anybody can spin it however they wish.
Here's the thing, though, is when you say it like that, or when you say something like that and you sway it that way, it gets very. People don't even want to touch it. They just want to go. They want to clap and wipe their hands clean. They don't. I don't want any involvement into this, in fear that it might ruin everything that they've built up so far.
I don't know. I think it might be a detraction. It might be. I don't know. I think this cancel culture thing might be a way to divide the masses.
You know what I think it really is?
To keep us preoccupied with ourselves and with what real issues are going on in the world.
You know,
because there's a lot of fucked up shit going on.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think it's a way that
I turn on CP24, which is our local Toronto fucking newscast. Okay. I see nothing but city fucking like local news, and then they'll bring up like a shooting, like randomly yesterday or the day before there's a shooting in Virginia or something like that. Okay, but they won't say shit.
This
like
is our Easter episode.
Oh, sorry. I don't give a shit at this point. Who cares? Like, you know what? Didn't Biden like threw bombs over in Iran? Didn't he? Like a few weeks ago.
I don't think it was that long ago.
It was recent.
Sooner than that, yeah.
So, but I didn't see that anywhere on the news. Nowhere.
Well, those pictures came out too of
on internet.
all the immigrants that were locked up at in cages and stuff with tinfoil blankets on, and people are like, "Oh my God, this is a real thing that got leaked." And it's like, yeah, it's like,
But this is a real thing. These are real
but
fucking
people don't want
problems
to
in the
focus on
world.
that. That's why people are doing the cancel
Right. So
culture
they
stuff.
fucking boil down to fucking cancel culture shit, like fucking canceling a goddamn fucking cartoon, and it and worried about like again, this is like where my mind thinks that it's like actual, it's not the people doing this, but it's like the higher ups that are just starting the fucking fire to keep us preoccupied with petty issues like cartoons.
I could tell you one thing: this isn't going to be an Easter episode
No, it definitely isn't going to be an Easter episode.
unless we
I
get
don't
back on
know.
the candy or
What,
the.
what do you want to
I can't even
talk
say
about
cotton
Easter?
trail, man.
What do you want to talk about Easter? You want to talk about you want oh okay, because I have a Jewish uncle, Mr. Robertson. Okay.
What
And
if
now
the fuck
I
does that
just
have to do
listened
with
to your
anything?
episode last night and
You
I found
freaked
out that you were
out.
Jewish and you gaslighted me at Christmas time when I wished you a happy Hanukkah and you were like, I'm not Jewish.
I'm not Jewish.
I thought you were Jewish.
No, I sent him a card that was a Hanukkah card, and he thought I was Jewish.
Oh, no kidding. Are you joking?
Yeah, I guess the
So like
gag is still
he brought
running.
it up twice yesterday on the episode
Yeah, I
last
know.
night.
I'm starting to
That's the
realize
funny
like
part.
I don't want to tell him that it's not true now because I've already tricked him into thinking. I guess I forgot. I think I sent him and you the same Snapchat and I just forgot to tell him. It's kind of like when you tell your kid I'm going to pick you up from school and then you don't show up.
Oh no. I wish you like I never got the Snapchat, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, so yes. So when I was a child,
At least
growing
you
up,
cared.
and I was a Catholic, okay? Or I am a Catholic,
Oh, let's talk about
whatever
that.
it is. So
Tell me all your
growing
dark
up,
secrets.
growing up, every Easter it was like my dad who was always like going to church when he was a child and shit like that. And then my uncle, who's like he's helped like open his own synagogue and stuff like that, right? So they would always talk about the Easter story, right? And how Jesus was crucified and all that crap.
Jesus.
Huh?
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
I know. I'm saying that because
It's
like
heavy, Jesus.
that's a
Yeah.
lot to tell on Easter.
So that would happen at the dinner table, right? And my dad would be like, "Well, this is what happened. And it's such and such's fault." And then my uncle would be like, "Well, this happened, and then it's such and such a fault." I'm like, it got to the point where I was actually like developing thought processes. You start to grow up, and it's like every year you're hearing the same goddamn story, and it's like, no, it's everybody's fucking fault for letting the guy get crucified because the Romans gave him up, or was it Pontius Pilate? He didn't make a decision. He just gave the decision to the people to figure out if to crucify them or not. And then it was the Jews' fault for giving him up to be crucified. So it's everybody's fault for getting him crucified when you think about it.
Everyone had to.
And then from there on, it just stopped.
Man,
Like
I'm glad I celebrate Passover.
It was fantastic. I was like, all right, I don't have to hear about this ever again. Fantastic.
What's your favorite Easter memory? That one sounds horrible.
Passover, isn't that's when the angel of death goes from house to house killing the firstborn son, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to have blood splattered on your door.
Isn't it like the best thing ever?
It's pretty nice.
Maybe we should have a Passover again.
It's good when you're the second son and it's like, haha, I'm safe.
Well, see, I'm the firstborn son, so I just have to smear some blood on the front window.
It has to be the firstborns.
Yep.
Now, what's your favorite Easter memory, though?
They're all pretty great.
I watched my dog kill a groundhog.
No, that's on Easter?
Have you ever seen a groundhog before?
Yeah, they're like little overgrown hamsters.
They're like a small German Shepherd.
Come on.
I swear to you, dude. I remember going out in my backyard and I had at the time, I think I was like 12 years old. I had a lab mix we got from the SPCA. Brown, it was like brown, looked like it kind of like if you pinned her ears up, she looked all German Shepherd. But I thought she was laying down in the grass, and I said, her name was Skylar. I said, Skylar, come here. Skylar, come here. And this fucking thing was like turned over like this, like laying on its side with its head turned, and just stood up, and it had the body size of the dog, like big, probably like my shoulder to
Mm,
shoulder length, big head
mm,
like mine. But when it
yeah.
stood up, its legs were like the size of a corgi's. And it just started fucking running and going and like a fucking pig, and just started going. And I remember my dog Skylar, which I thought that at the time that was her until she stood up, ran around the corner, bit this thing by the back of the head, wanted to play with it, and shook her
Mm,
head and snapped its neck. And I was like, oh my God.
wow.
And we had to go search for Easter eggs. So there's this fucking
How
thing
old were
just
you?
I was 12 and
Oh,
I'm
okay. At
looking
least you were
for
12 and not like 2 or 3.
I saw it happen and I come back and my grandpa's like, why is your basket empty? I'm like, I just saw something horrible. And he goes, go get some Easter eggs. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
I don't want.
But the
I
good
don't
part
want.
was I got the golden egg because of that scenario. And the golden egg had $50 inside of it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it helped with my
Yeah, that was
trauma.
always nice. Going for the Easter egg hunts, where like the collapsible ones, where like you throw. Okay, this is Canadian. Loonies and toonies in it.
Yeah, I found
Okay.
a loony, a
Yeah.
toonie, a dime, and a spoon. Man, it's 10.25. Man, you got to move, G. That was the
Those were
McDonald's
good
rap.
times, man. Those were good times.
What
That
would
was
you
always fun.
if you could add something to Easter and then change something, what would it be?
Add something to Easter. I don't know, man. Like, are you talking about overall
Yeah.
as a holiday?
Yeah. Like we got the classic bunny
I
that
would take
comes and
away snow. That would be nice.
yeah, it doesn't happen over here.
Yeah, it sometimes might happen over here. It depends. Like was it last year? No.
How about like
There's been a couple of times where there's been snow.
how about like because we have painting the Easter eggs at times. How about
Yeah.
we talk about maybe I'm trying to think of like a good event to do. There's got to be like an Easter movie, right?
What do you mean?
Like
There's got to be an Easter
people
movie.
watch Die Hard or Christmas Story on Christmas. What about Easter? Do you watch The
Oh, isn't
Matrix?
there? No. It's that old Charlton Heston movie, Spartacus. Isn't
What?
Spartacus on it at Easter? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The fuck you watching Spartacus on Easter?
Spartacus is on Easter. I'm pretty sure.
Imagine if you watched Django on Easter.
Now that would be all right. I do. Yeah, yeah. I could do that all day.
And then you have to also add that you have to drink carrot juice in the morning.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Why
Those
would you add that?
rabbits like carrots.
That's great. That's good for rabbits.
Honestly, I'm not gonna think. I mean, I'm gonna think that at least in the next probably like maybe this might be the last Easter ever for people because if you really think about it, it's like an incentive for diabetes.
This is gonna be the last
It's an
Easter for everybody.
incentive for
Holy
like
shit!
kids to get an IV in their fucking arm to pump water into their veins that's filled with high cholesterol from eating so much chocolate candy. It's like Halloween. The fact that that's still a thing.
What's all of that?
I think all holidays are going to go away and they're just going to tell their kids today's non-demotional day. We don't celebrate.
Non-denominational?
I don't know what that means. Maybe keep Flag Day.
No,
Arbor Day?
no. They got to keep Halloween, man.
No,
You
it's
gotta
not.
keep on striking
There
the fear
was
into
no
the kids.
Halloween last year. There was no Halloween.
Well, yeah, there was in Toronto. There was.
Not too many kids really trick-or-treated. You had a certain time that you
Okay, there
could.
wasn't
People
that
were
many.
doing.
You're
There
right.
was no going up and grabbing candy from people. People were just like tossing at you like a fucking animal. Like, take it, you damn
Well, that's
animals.
it. Take it. There was
Bunch
one
of kids
guy
run
who
out on the
came up with a
street
good
picking up like
idea.
candy like James Wood.
There was one guy that actually he would just install like a piece of PVC pipe on his front porch and like put it through like a dispenser.
That sounds
So he put
horrible.
it through the pipe and then it would like and then go to the kid.
That sounds like if you're afraid of your neighbor, that's what you do.
Well, everybody's afraid of the COVID, and those kids are like disease rats. So yeah.
Not the children. He said disease rats. That's terrible.
Yes, the
Actually,
disease rats.
They say that the kids are the ones that get it the least because their immune systems are stronger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Older people. That's why
Want
older
you to
people are
think.
going first with the vaccine.
Yeah,
I don't
because they
know.
want to kill off the pensioners, bro.
The pen-
It's all designed. They want to kill off the pensioners.
All right, conspiracy guy. Let me hear some more of that.
See? We're back onto the conspiracy. Well, think about it. Like all those old people are dying in Italy. Those people are living to like 100 something. Okay. Their pension system isn't like ours where it's like 65, whatever, right? You can actually, hell, you can actually buy years of work from somebody else and apply it to your name and retire earlier. Okay. And then live off of the pension from the government. And so, yeah, so like think about those people who are 105. If they've been retired at 50, they've collected more money from the government, okay, than they've actually put into the government from taxes.
What 105-year-old? What person's living to be 105?
Dude, like there's a lot in Italy. In Italy specifically.
What are they on
Because
that's
there's
making them live to 105?
I have no fucking clue. It's like the miracle cure or something like that. They drink wine, they smoke, olive oil.
They're
like,
taking some
runs
type
like,
of pill if you're living to be 100. You show me one 105-year-old that's not taking that drug, I'll show you a
bro,
goddamn liar.
and they're up and functioning. That's the weird part.
Like doing aerobics and shit?
Like they're like walking around. At the very least, they're walking around. Like they're not doing like
You telling me
like-
there's a 105-year-old CrossFitter out there?
not CrossFit. Come on, they're just playing cards and drinking wine and walking around and cooking and shit like that. They're not like
Is that really
laying
living?
in beds, huh?
Is that really
They're living. They're enjoying it,
Playing croquet?
dude. That's their life. They live in like the hills, surrounded by nature, eating, enjoying each other's company, playing cards, drinking wine.
You said
That's
that
all they do every day.
said-
Playing bocce.
they live in the hills. I just think of not the hills have eyes, but the hill smells like death
Oh.
because old people.
Because of old people.
Think it through.
Oh my
Silent
God.
green is people.
Yummy. Yeah, I don't
What
like that smell.
What do you think
That's a
the
horrible
Easter
smell.
Bunny's pension is?
See, he's gonna be the next one to go.
He gets paid in chocolate birds.
Poor
I don't know what to
bastard.
tell you, but your kidney's made of jelly beans and your heart is made of peeps. So you're not really a person. You're probably going to die. Well, at least I could dip into my pension. And then he checks his pension. It's all fucking Easter eggs and shit, like chocolate covered bunnies and cream. What are those eggs that people used to eat and they used to die because there was a toy inside of it?
What?
Egg joys or egg something. They sell them in stores. They have a white and orange cap.
Yeah, the thing. My nephew gets those all the time. Kinder eggs.
Yeah, but they stopped selling those.
I used to get them all the times. What?
Didn't people choke and die because there's a toy inside of it? Now they just include it without
How
the toy.
stupid are you that you gotta like eat? Dude, it's an egg.
They
and
put a
then, like,
fucking warning on the egg that says, "Hey, don't chew this under the age of 7 or something. Small pieces might
But
include."
not only that, but there's okay, there's the egg, the chocolate egg, okay, that has like chocolate and like a layer of
What's it
vanilla on
called
the
again?
inside. Kinder.
I'm gonna
Kinder
Google this
Surprise.
shit.
And then it has a plastic egg on the inside, okay, like a capsule. And that's where the toy's in. The toy isn't in the chocolate egg itself. So how stupid can you be that you're gonna bite into this like egg with the capsule?
Kinder
and choke
eggs
on the
are banned in the U.S. The federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetics Act prohibits Kinder eggs as they don't allow confectionery products to contain non-nutritive object. It bans the sale of any candy that has embedded in a toy or trinket. So obviously the
And let
tiny
me
toy
guess,
encased in a Kinder
that
egg
started in
doesn't.
California, didn't it?
Well, this says July 25th, 2020, but I swear to God, I've seen like 50 Kinder eggs in the store, like when I went yesterday. So
Yeah, because that guy probably has overstock and he doesn't give a shit.
Imagine you're biting
wants to
into
sell
a
it.
Kinder Egg and your kid chokes on a small fucking BMX bike that's included in his Kinder Egg.
But that's not going to happen because there's, like I said, there's an orange capsule inside that egg that holds the toy. So he has to go like through the egg
I watched a
and through the
man
capsule.
in a recording eat a muffin with the wrapper on it. And I'm pretty sure he ate part of the wrapper. So I'm saying, how many people just bite into the fucking thing because they're tired of trying to open up that plastic for 35 minutes? You've gotten pissed off at a box of Peeps, I know, and decided just to bite into it. I know for a fact.
Legit.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
A lady I follow on Instagram posted that she was a package that said contains peanuts, and she's like, "Oh, thank God," because I would have thought that I was eating something other than peanuts. It's a package of fucking peanuts that has to say contains peanuts. This is how stupid this world has gotten.
You never know, man.
You have to be warned that you're eating peanuts when you had the sole purpose of eating peanuts.
You don't want to know. You want to know what my favorite candy is?
What?
Chocolate peanut M&Ms.
Chocolate peanut M&Ms.
You
fantastic.
You freeze those things. They're I remember eating a
they
whole
are
5-pound bag of one time.
So good. They're like Reese's Pieces, but like without that shitty peanut butter inside.
I guess Easter cancellation for you would be to stop interrupting me. That'd be nice. I love you. You know it. You know I love you.
Yeah, I know it.
But they have instead of chocolate peanut M&Ms, they have chocolate coffee bean M&Ms. So inside of it's a coffee bean. And I'm like, the science of all this stuff is becoming very, very. Why is M&Ms not canceled? They're eating each other. That's cannibalism. We talked about it before. Cannibalism's okay.
Well, see,
it's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You only get canceled if they find shrimp tails in your food.
So that means the Army Hammer's still going to work.
Yep. Cannibalism is okay. We don't frown on cannibalism, but we do frown on if you use a character in a derogative way. Jessica Rabbit's canceled.
Is she?
She's womanizing.
But is she canceled?
You're making a character that's legit made to be a sex symbol.
Yeah, but is she canceled?
Possibly. I can Google what's been canceled.
So it's possibly. It's not that she is canceled.
What's your favorite Easter candy while I Google what's been canceled?
What's my favorite Easter candy? Lamb. It's not candy, but it's my favorite food. How about that?
Okay.
I'll give you that.
What's your favorite fucking Easter candy? Again.
Oh my God.
It's a candy. I said it in the question.
I don't know, man. I haven't eaten like candy on the regular, like at Easter since I was a kid.
Holy shit. Beach Boys are playing April 1st in Pennsylvania. I might go to that.
Are you for real?
2021, May 8th, Broccoli City, Saturday.
They can actually have concerts?
Beach Boys are playing April 1st at Parks Racing. And then Andrew Dice Clay is playing May 8th at the same place.
Wow. Clay hasn't been canceled?
Ricky Dicky Duck. The clock went up.
Holy shit.
The mouse went up the clock and he said, "What's in the bowl?"
That guy, if anybody, that guy I thought would have been canceled by now.
Dave Crosby. Wow, Rob Lowe's playing in Atlantic City. Okay, I'm down with that.
Jesus Christ, you're looking at I thought you were supposed to look up Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, these are events that have been canceled due to coronavirus.
Oh, so they're not playing?
Nope.
Yay, Corona.
What's been canceled cartoons? What's your favorite Easter candy?
What's your favorite candy? What's your favorite?
I just fucking
candy?
told you about peanut M&Ms.
Oh, fuck.
You even listen
What's
to
your
me
second?
anymore?
No, I don't listen to anybody.
I'll tell you the one I hate the most is sour Skittles. I used to really enjoy them, but it messes with your tongue way too much.
Why? How so? What do they mean by mess with your tongue?
The sour on the Skittles, they dry out your tongue. They make it feel like if you just soaked your hand in lemon juice.
You remember sour balls? You ever eat sour balls? Oh God.
I bought a 10-pound thing of Warheads, those candies for school when I was like in 4th grade, and I put
What's a
120.
warhead?
It's like a really sour candy, has a dude's face on it. Looks like he's like sucking into a lemon. But
Okay.
I put 126 in my mouth. Most of them are lemons, and it ripped off the inner lining of my mouth, like the inner side of it,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
gone for a couple of years. Like I didn't get it back until like 5 grades later. So I like just I don't even care for sour candies anymore.
Did somebody bet you on this, or you just thought, "Hey, I'm gonna do this because
Yeah,
it's
a
cool"?
person bet me.
Oh, okay.
Because back in the day, they say I bet
And
you,
what
and
did
you're
you
like, I'm
get?
not doing that. And they're like, I double dog dare you. And you're like,
Oh, it was one of those bets. It was a
son of
double
a
dog dare.
bitch. Yeah, and then I took advantage. I won like a champ.
Good job, buddy. 5 years later, at least you got your side of your mouth back.
I could finally taste food again.
It'd
It's
be
like
funny if
the
you.
equivalent is like when you eat a piece of pizza and when it's been in the oven for too long and you burn your mouth. That's exactly
Yeah,
how I felt for 5 years.
yeah, but at least that you get back within a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I had my sense of
Poor
pride.
son of a bitch.
Hey,
Huh?
Howard the Duck is canceled.
No, he's not.
That's what it says on the list of canceled characters.
For what? Misrepresentation of wildlife?
Curious George is canceled.
No, we're going back to Howard the Duck.
Backlash
What?
over book being racist. Undertones flood Twitter. Well,
Yeah, but
apparently,
that was Captain Underpants.
also Curious George.
What's the overtones?
You just asked me to look up Howard the Duck.
Well, geez, keep up with the times, man. You're giving me like all this. First it's like Howard the Duck, then it's Curious George, and then it's this, and I'm like, okay, what's
I'll
Howard the
read it
Duck?
on HITC trending. Why is Curious George canceled? Backlash over books. Racist undertone floods Twitter. This week, child book author Dr. Seuss has been canceled after people began uncovering a
Yeah,
number of
that's.
racist undertones in his book.
Oh,
Tuesday, March 2nd, Dr. Seuss Enterprises announces that 6 books will stop being, and now another famous children's book is at risk of being canceled. Is Curious George.
okay, so my original bet is still with Toucan Sam. He's going for sure.
That's what we
That
said the
guy's
first
gone.
time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's still on the block.
Yeah, he's still here, I think. It should be the Trix rabbit. Why do you have a naked rabbit on front?
They're all naked.
No, Tony the Tiger's not. He's got an
Tony
ascot.
Tiger. Now, is he gonna get canceled, or is he still like okay because he's promoting proper exercise and shit like that? Because he was all about the exercise. Remember back? Oh no, fuck! What was I saying? Back in the '80s. You weren't alive back in the '80s.
Yeah, it was. I was doing cocaine.
Yeah. With who?
Did you ever do coke during the 80s?
Coke. I mean, did I do coke in the '80s?
Can
That
you
would
imagine
imply that I did
putting?
it as a child.
Can you imagine putting that in
How
kids'
old do you
Easter
think
eggs?
I am? Hold on. How old do you think I am?
You look like you're in your 60s.
I know I do, but how old do you think I am?
Touch of gray hits you hard, more like touch of black.
Dude.
I love you to death, Adam.
That's fucking awesome.
Nah, you don't look old at all. You're looking pretty young.
You killed that one. That was good. Good for you.
What do you call it?
Yeah, no. I know I look old. I'm only 38.
That's
so I
not
was a
bad.
kid in the 80s.
You could
I
be
wasn't
my
doing
dad.
coke. Yeah, I technically could.
You want to be?
Yeah, how old are you? 23?
Yeah.
22? Yeah, I technically could.
Let's go drinking.
Old enough. I'm just drinking water.
Yeah, and that
Just drinking
giant freaking mug that's fit for like a king.
I've had this for 13 years.
Where'd you win it?
You don't win it, you buy it. You buy the mug with the beer at the restaurant at Tucker's Marketplace in Mississauga, and they give you the mug.
I thought it was
like
that
30
like
bucks.
what's that place where you go? It's like medieval castle where you get to like watch people joust and shit. I thought that's where
Medieval
you got
times.
that. Yeah, I thought that's where you got
Oh,
that.
that they probably would have been like a metal one. That would be cool, actually. Like a nice metal beer stein.
I wish they would let you have a
That would be
sword.
awesome. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just a dolled out sort, or like straight up
I
like.
still want to go back to my idea of putting Easter eggs with cocaine and just filling it inside of the thing. So a kid grabs it and breaks it. And he's like, what's this white powder? And then sniffs it. And you got kids running around the house freaking. He's got a
Just
sugar
hopped
rush.
up.
It's like, that's not a sugar rush. Your kid just ingesting a large amount of cocaine. It's actually dangerous for his health.
You think they'll put a warning on it?
What's your,
Warning: may contain cocaine.
what's your,
May contain peanuts. That's what you gotta be
may
worried about. Is
contain
may
peanuts.
contain peanuts.
May, make, may contain freebase.
Oh my god.
Your son might have ingested a large amount of crack. Call a doctor
No,
in
it's
the
fine.
next 48 hours.
You're good. As long as it doesn't have a peanut, you're okay.
What would you
Shit.
consider your worst candy? Like the candy you hate the most? It's got to be something like black licorice,
Dude, I
right?
don't even eat candy anymore. Oh my
Yeah, you
god.
do.
Not even. I
You look
have
like you
like
killed the candy man.
I eat what the fuck? Now you're saying I'm fat. I've been working out for the past month and a bit.
Killing the candy
Jeez.
man? I'm not talking about cannibalism. I meant like you murdered him in a dark alley somewhere.
Oh, that's what I look like? Why
Yeah, a
would
little
why would
bit.
you say that I look like that?
You
Why?
have what I would call the
You've
crazy
offended me
eyes.
now.
You have the crazy
Jesus.
eyes.
I know I have the crazy eyes. Jesus. It goes with the crazy brain on
Like you
top of
took one drug trip and never came back.
it. That would be the edible episode.
If I had to explain what you looked like, I would say that you look like a guy that would be like, "Hey, want to try some mushrooms?" And then you're like, "No, I'm good." And it's like, "Well, you should." All right.
Oh, you should.
Fucking thanks,
Just
man.
saying.
Probably feel better.
Christ. So now I'm a pusher. Jesus. You're
That's the
this
type
is
of guy
what
you want, though. That's the type of guy you want. You don't want the guy that's like,
the
I'm really,
pusher.
you not a pusher, just a guy that's like, hey, I'm easy going. You want to try some mushrooms? It's better than the guy that's like, I heard that guy's been widowed 4 times. You're like, what happened? Well, every relationship he's been in, his wife always fell down the steps and died, and this is the 5th wife. And you're like, oh my god, it's like you don't want to be around that guy.
It's like that episode of like her was episode. It was a movie, and Will Ferrell was like, "Hey, want to buy some crack? Just a little bit of crack. It's okay." No, not really okay, but
First of
it's
all,
always good.
there was Marion Barry, the mayor of I think mayor of Detroit. You ever hear about that guy?
No.
He was arrested, or not arrested. He was caught smoking crack on air, and then they reelected him. And in his interview, when they were saying, "We caught you smoking crack," you know what he said?
What?
Nobody knows what's in that pipe.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, but that's like admit. That's like I didn't punch him. I just, I was next to him when it happened. It's like, but do you see who punched him? I don't know. I wasn't paying
Well,
attention.
our mayor in Toronto smoked crack. Everybody knows that. Rob Fort.
Be honest about your shit is all I'm saying. The world will be so much easier.
But Rob Fort was the best mayor ever. Like he was such a train wreck.
That
but he
would
was
show
so
you.
good.
That shows you so much. The fact that you would keep somebody in office knowing they did a drug, a substance, because of how good they are.
Well, that's it. Like he was good at his job. He was like one of the best mayors Toronto's ever had.
He was a functioning crackhead.
He was a functioning crackhead. Let him have his job. I don't care.
Why do we care
Whatever
that he does crack?
Time. Because you know why? Because it was how cancel culture was back then. Okay, it was the latest and greatest of what to get all angry about. Okay, and that's what it was. So let's gang up on the mayor because he smoked some crack, and that's it. That it was just something to get angry about. So yeah, this is where we're at. So what do you usually do for Easter?
Nothing. It's just a day. When I was
Just
like,
a
I think it's
day?
more important when you're a kid. Easter is, but once you
Yeah,
get
you're right.
older, it's like I'm a fitness guy, so I really don't try and have any sweets around the house or anything like that. So it's kind of just an average day.
Yeah. Yeah, we still get together with family. Like we have with
Your
my
family
in-laws, we
that you
got
lock in the basement and you hit them with whips and chains.
wow.
I'm kidding. I'm
my
kidding.
God,
What do you
you're
do with your
really
family? Tell
painting
me
with a
about the
bad
stories.
picture. Even looking at my other Instagram fucking posts.
I
Uh,
have. They keep popping
you
up, and
have, eh?
I don't want to watch American Dad anymore. I can tell you that much.
Why?
I've never learned so much more about you, where it's like there's this nice, easygoing guy, and then he has this dark side. That's why I think Mr. Rogers has this freak side to him.
Everybody's got their thing.
I like to
Everybody.
be I like to be serenaded while gypsies dance under me.
Oh yeah?
No,
Where's that from?
I want a hammock.
Or you just from what?
Tell me about your Easter. You're gonna listen back to this and wonder what I was saying.
Yeah, probably more than likely. No, Easter is good. We usually have fish on Good Friday with one side of the family, and then my side of the family we have we're getting ham this year. A nice
Ham?
ham dinner.
Ham?
Ham.
I thought you said hand. I was like, you're getting a ham this year?
Cannibalism. I'm not
Cannibalism.
gonna get canceled,
Not
motherfucker.
canceled.
Oh
I eat
shit.
the fingers and the toes.
The crunchiest part. So
Slut.
yeah.
Finger
So
sandwiches have a whole new meaning when you involve cannibalism.
oh, wouldn't that be so delicious?
I would like. Did you see that one cake that was made like a baby? It was made like a realistic looking baby, and then they grabbed a knife and took pictures before, and they sliced the baby in the head, and it was a cake, and everyone started freaking out because they thought they were killing this baby.
No, I didn't see that, but I can see people freaking out
I
about it.
fucking love people.
Oh, fuck. People are like the best and the worst. The best because they are the worst.
I consider an amazing Easter grabbing a couple of Oreos, I might even go see my little nephew, grab a couple of Oreos,
Ah,
and watch some good old classic Jaws.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Like it's for the kids. Why don't you set up a nice little Easter egg hunt for them?
Because that involves hiding eggs, and I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather just give
Come
them the
on,
money.
man.
No.
Go get some Kinder eggs, whatever's left over at the corner
So he
store.
chokes and
Make sure he
dies?
doesn't, make sure he doesn't choke and die on it like a
You're
responsible
horrible.
uncle that you are.
I'm not
Because you would watch
responsible.
over your nephew, okay? You would make sure that he wouldn't watch bad cartoons like American Dad and Family Guy, because you're a responsible uncle, and that way he doesn't have to add to the cancel culture at 6 years old or however old he is.
I
And we're
do
all
stand
good.
by recomend recording Johnny Bravo, all my old cartoons, and just have them on a tape for my kid to be able to watch when he gets old, like when he's able to watch cartoons. Grow up with the old stuff, man. You want to make sure that like life isn't so bad.
I thought he was getting reintroduced. Never mind. Like I
Reintroduce
thought he was getting rebooted.
Johnny Bravo?
Yeah,
Hell no.
I thought he was.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was, but then I think they stopped on that one.
Why?
I don't know, probably to make sure the show doesn't get ruined. They had them revamped with a new cartoon idea. It looked like Teen Titans Go. It looks like dog shit.
Oh shit, that shit sucks.
Yeah, I
Teen
like the
Titans Go.
legit
Teen Titans
classic
was
stuff.
good.
Mr. Meaty, I want to know why they let that show air.
What's Mr. Meaty?
Google that show, and that'll scare the shit
Okay.
out of you. So many people talk about they have nightmares from that show. They had an episode, it's like little marionette puppet things.
Okay.
But the dude was like, I think I have something like a tapeworm, Carter. And he goes, really? How do you know? And he goes to eat an apple and a worm comes out of his mouth and bites the apple and eats the apple. Dude, it freaked kids the fuck out. Like that show had
No
just
way.
I'll just have to send you videos of just,
That's
I
weird.
think we've talked about it before, but I doubt you listen to me when I
No.
talk.
Oh fuck. You ever watch Salad Fingers?
Yeah, that's some creepy stuff, man.
Isn't that
I
like
have this
weird?
spoon.
I like the rust.
I gotta send you
like
the
to
Ed
touch
and
the
Ed.
rust.
I gotta send you the Ed and Ed parody. It's gonna make you rethink Jawbreakers for a little while.
I never even watched Ed and Ed.
Okay, well, we're
Wasn't
gonna
my
wrap up
thing.
on that one because that was my show.
Bye bye.
Bye, y'all. How do you want to end it?
Bye-bye, y'all.
Where can people find you, Mr. Adam Coyle?
Oh come on! If you watch the other episodes, like you should, you know you find me at Adam's Drawing Board on Instagram, or you can always contact me through Rob because you know he's a great guy and we keep contact on the reg. You know.
And if anybody comes in contacts with some of the people that are missing after they were last seen with Adam Coyle, you can give a drop line number to your local authorities.
No, no.
And yeah, we're gonna end on
You're gonna
that
have to
and
blur this whole section out because, like,
give
I
you a
don't want
voiceover.
this.
We're no Adam Coyle.
Bye, Rob.
Bye,
Happy
Adam.
Easter.
Let the bodies free, Adam.